The Carnot coefficient of performance COP of a domestic air conditioner compared to a household refrigerator is A less, B more, C same, D dependent on climatic conditions. The correct answer is less. The unit of fugacity is the same as that of the A pressure, B temperature, C volume, D molar concentration. The correct answer is pressure. Filling of gas from a high-pressure cylinder into small bottles is an example of an process. A equilibrium, B adiabatic, C steady, D unsteady. The correct answer is unsteady. A large iceberg melts at the base but not at the top because of the reason that A ice at the base contains impurities which lowers its melting point. B due to the high pressure at the base its melting point reduces. C the iceberg remains in a warmer condition at the base. D all A, B and C. The correct answer is due to the high pressure at the base its melting point reduces. At the critical point of a substance, the surface tension vanishes. B liquid and vapor have the same density. C there is no distinction between liquid and vapor phases. D all A, B and C. The correct answer is all A, B and C. A system undergoes a change from a given initial state to a given final state either by an irreversible process or by a reversible process where S1 and SR are the entropy changes of the system for the irreversible and reversible processes respectively. A S1 is always SR. B S1 is sometimes SR. C S1 is always SR. D S1 is always SR. The correct answer is S1 is always SR. What is the value of Joule Thomson coefficient for an ideal gas? A VE, B VE, C 0, D. The correct answer is 0. A two-stage compressor is used to compress an ideal gas. The gas is cooled to the initial temperature after each stage. The intermediate pressure for the minimum total work requirement should be equal to the mean of P1 and P2. Where P1 and P2 are initial and final pressures respectively. A logarithmic, B arithmetic, C geometric, D harmonic. The correct answer is geometric. Y specific heat ratio of an ideal gas is equal to ACPCV, BCPCPR, C1RCV, D all A, B and C. The correct answer is all A, B and C. Consider the process A B shown in the figure given below. In this case it is possilbe that A both the processes are adiabatic, B both the processes are isothermal, C process A is isothermal while B is adiabatic. D process A is adiabatic while B is isothermal. The correct answer is process A is isothermal while B is adiabatic. Gibbs free energy of a pure fluid approaches as the pressure tends to zero at constant temperature. A infinity, B minus infinity, C 0, D none of these. The correct answer is minus infinity. As the entropy of the universe is increasing day by day, the work producing capacity of a heat engine is A not changed, B decreasing, C increasing, D data sufficient can't be predicted. The correct answer is decreasing. An irreversible process. A is the analog of linear frictionless motion in machines. B is an idealized visualization of behavior of a system. C yields the maximum amount of work. D yields an amount of work less than that of a reversible process. The correct answer is yields an amount of work less than that of a reversible process. The expression for the work done for a reversible polytropic process can be used to obtain the expression for work done for all processes except reversible process. A. Isobaric. B. Isothermal. C. Adiabatic. D. None of these. The correct answer is isothermal. Joule Thomson coefficient depends on the A. Pressure. B. Temperature. C. Both A, B. D. Neither A nor B. The correct answer is both A, B. Free energy change of mixing two liquid substances is a function of the A. Concentration of the constituents only. B. Quantities of the constituents only. C. Temperature only. D. All A, B, and C. The correct answer is all A, B, and C. Pick out the wrong statement. A system of partially miscible liquid pairs in which the mutual solubility increases with rise in temperature are said to possess an upper consolute temperature. B. Systems in which the mutual solubility increases with decrease in temperature are said to possess lower consolute temperature. C. Nicotine water system shows both an upper as well as a lower consolute temperature, implying that they are partially miscible between these two limiting temperatures. D. None of these. The correct answer is none of these. The total change in the enthalpy of a system is independent of the A. Number of intermediate chemical reactions involved. B. Pressure and temperature. C. State of combination and aggregation in the beginning and at the end of the reaction. D. None of these. The correct answer is number of intermediate chemical reactions involved. Number of phases in a colloidal system are A1, B2, C3, D4. The correct answer is 2. Free energy changes for two reaction mechanism X and Y are respectively 15 and 5 units. It implies that X is A. Slower than Y, B. Faster than Y, C. 3 times slower than Y, D. 3 times faster than Y. The correct answer is faster than Y. Vapour, which is at a pressure smaller than the saturation pressure for the temperature involved, is called a vapour. A. Superheated. B. Desuperheated. C. Non-condensable. D. None of these. The correct answer is superheated. At equilibrium condition, the chemical potential of a material in different phases in contact with each other is equal. The chemical potential for a real gas is given by where standard chemical potential at unit fugacity F1 atm, and the gas behaves ideally. A. RT ln F, B. R ln F, C. T ln F, D. RT ln F. The correct answer is RT ln F. The kinetic energy of gas molecule is 0 at A0 C, B 273 C, C 100 C, D 273 C. The correct answer is 273 C. Which of the following is not an intensive property? A. Volume, B. Density, C. Temperature, D. Pressure. The correct answer is volume. The necessary and sufficient condition for equilibrium between two phases is A. The concentration of each component should be same in the two phases. B. The temperature of each phase should be same. C. The pressure should be same in the two phases. D. The chemical potential of each component should be same in the two phases. The correct answer is the chemical potential of each component should be same in the two phases. Specific volume of an ideal gas is A. Equal to its density, B. The reciprocal of its density, C. Proportional to pressure, D. None of these. The correct answer is the reciprocal of its density. Pick out the extensive property out of the following. A. Surface tension, B. Free energy. C. Specific heat. D. Refractive index. The correct answer is free energy. Entropy change of the reaction H2O liquid H2O gas is termed as the enthalpy of A. Solution. B. Vaporization. C. Formation. D. Formation. The correct answer is vaporization. Which law of the thermodynamics provides basis for measuring the thermodynamic property? A. First law. B. Zeroth law. C. Third law. D. Second law. The correct answer is zeroth law. Gibbs free energy per mole for a pure substance is equal to the A. Latent heat of vaporization. B. Chemical potential. C. Molar boiling point. D. Heat capacity. The correct answer is chemical potential. Gibbs free energy at constant pressure and temperature under equilibrium conditions is A. B0. C. Maximum. D. Minimum. The correct answer is minimum. With increase in pressure above atmospheric pressure, the Cp of a gas A. increases. B. decreases. C. remains unchanged. D. first decreases and then increases. The correct answer is increases. A change in state involving a decrease in entropy can be spontaneous only if A. it is exothermic. B. it is isenthalpic. C. it takes place isothermally. D. it takes place at constant volume. The correct answer is it is exothermic. Joule Thomson coefficient, which is defined as changes sign at a temperature known as inversion temperature. The value of Joule Thomson coefficient at inversion temperature is A0, B, CV, dV. The correct answer is 0. Calorimeter is normally used for measuring the dryness fraction of steam when it is very low. A. bucket. B. throttling. C. separating. D. a combination of separating throttling. The correct answer is a combination of separating throttling. The amount of heat required to decompose a compound into its elements is the heat of formation of that compound from its elements. A. less than. B. more than. C. same as. D. not related to. The correct answer is same as. For a constant volume process, A. dCp dt. B. dCv dt. C. dQ dP dV. D. dW P dV. The correct answer is dCv dt. In case of the decomposition of hydroiodic acid to high H2I2, addition of H2 at equilibrium condition will A. increase the partial pressure of I2. B. decrease the partial pressure of high. C. diminish the degree of dissociation of high. D. none of these. The correct answer is diminish the degree of dissociation of high. In any spontaneous process, the free energy decreases. A. Helmholtz. B. Gibbs. C. both A. B. D. neither A nor B. The correct answer is both A. B. The gas law PVRT is true for N change. A. isothermal. B. adiabatic. C. both A. B. D. neither A nor B. The correct answer is both A. B. The equation due TdS PdV is applicable to infinitesimal changes occurring in A. an open system of constant composition. B. a closed system of constant composition. C. an open system with changes in composition. D. a closed system with changes in composition. The correct answer is a closed system with changes in composition. Heat is added at constant temperature in an ideal cycle. A. Stirling. B. Brayton. C. Rankine. D. none of these. The correct answer is Stirling. Pick out the correct equation relating F and A. A. FAPV. B. FEA. C. FATS. D. FATS. The correct answer is FAPV. In a reversible process, A. TDS did dW, B. did dW TDS, C. dW did TDS, D. TDS dW did 0. The correct answer is TDS did dW. CV. For an ideal gas, A. does not depend upon temperature, B. is independent of pressure only, C. is independent of volume only, D. is independent of both pressure and volume. The correct answer is independent of both pressure and volume. The equation CP/CVR is true for gas. A. No. B. Any real. C. Only ideal. D. Both B and C. The correct answer is only ideal. In a homogeneous solution, the activity coefficient of a component depends upon the A. pressure, B. composition, C. temperature, D. all A, B and C. The correct answer is all A, B and C. Pick out the wrong statement. A. The expansion of a gas in vacuum is an irreversible process. B. An isometric process is a constant pressure process. C. Entropy change for a reversible adiabatic process is 0. D. Free energy change for a spontaneous process is negative. The correct answer is an isometric process is a constant pressure process. With increase in compression ratio, the efficiency of the Otto engine A. increases, B. decreases, C. remains constant, D. increases linearly. The correct answer is increases. The chemical potential of any constituent of an ideal solution depends on the of the solution. A. temperature, B. pressure, C. composition, D. all A, B and C. The correct answer is all A, B and C.